Welcome to the second part of this new player experience with some tips and tricks. In the first part we did a tutorial, package mission, 2 mercenary contracts, supported some microtech security personnel. We looted new armor and delivered a probe. Let's check the contracts to get some new missions for us today. We could do an investigation mission in the distribution center. That pays well. It should be done really fast. Let's start with this one. Do not forget to activate the call to arms, because for every criminal you get a reward of 500 UAC. You never know. We're still wearing this 9 tails armor. Let's change this. It's just not there. Maybe it has to do with this part up here from the Artemex core. So let's go with the heavy armor. Forgot the core. Wonderful. There's the backpack here. It's still not visible. As long as we can attach some guns, there is no problem. I attached the FS9 to my backpack, but it doesn't show, so never mind, just get some ammo. And so I think that's enough for the moment. Maybe the lifeguard attachment for the multi-tool. Okay. Let's go downstairs, grab the ship, fly to the Kovalex distribution center.
Again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the follow. Please visit us again.
This server works a lot better than yesterday. It really depends on the player count events that are going on. Sometimes it's smooth, the other times it's just horrible, but keep in mind, it's still an alpha. Turn on the ship. Request takeoff.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
All systems operational.
Turn on the music.
Launch.
Thank you, and please visit again.
And it's on the dark side again. Oftentimes you find yourself flying in the dark.
Complete.
Hit tab and spam the ping. Because there is no other way to see in the dark.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
You could land in a hangar down here, this distribution center, but there are also landing pads. Maybe one pad is empty to land. I think this should be a landing pad. Nice. Do not forget your landing gear. Oftentimes the visibility is a lot better with the third person view. It's a lot brighter. So, as always, turn off your engines.
Systems disabled.
And it's normal that these distribution centers are generating a really heavy load. That's always a bit laggy. I think it's the other door. Now we have to investigate this whole place. Somewhere in here he lies on the ground. Wrong direction. It would be nice to see these markers in a third-person view. Looks a lot better. You'll wipe your visor with left Alt X. Did I miss him somewhere? To turn on the light, hit T. Your helmet has a light on it. It really helps in dark places. We sent the location. Earned, I think it was 9k. Just by walking around and finding his location. Now I need to find the way back out. Haha. Usually there are signs. There's no sign for the hangar. Let's go in this direction. We already doubled our money. Let's go over the next missions. There is also the reputation system built in. We did some package delivery, so we're currently at the rank of a junior runner. The higher you get, the more missions you will become. The more missions you will get, the better paid missions you will get. We have Microtech, and we're currently at the security trainee. Also here with the higher rank, it pays better. It pays plus 5, 10, 15% more. We are going for a very low risk target. Some dogfighting. If you're seeing this mission, Suspect Apprehension Certification, there is a name at the end. This is a PvP certification. Here you're bounty hunting another player. Let's go to Magda and find this guy. Find Hong Killface Brizet. If you can't set the route to the target,
Systems enabled.
fly out of the atmosphere.
Launch complete.
Do not forget
Landing gear
to change
retracted.
to nav mode because you're a lot faster than in SCM. You need to reach about 10k to be able to quantum jump. Let's try to set right again. You can double click on the tracker and it brings you straight there. Hit R. No. Doesn't work. Maybe Magda. Yes, that works.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged.
Now we'll have almost 6 minutes till Hurston. And another 20 seconds. Ah, we have to go to Hurston, circle around Hurston over OM4 and 5, and then to Magda. So I think 6.5 minutes with the cooldown. But now it's the time to enjoy your ship again and hydrate yourself.
75%.
This is a long quantum jump. If you haven't enough fuel, it shows a red number when you set the route. Then you have to land somewhere at the Lagrange point, refuel, and then go on.
Quantum fuel, 50%.
Before we jump back to Microtech, we need to refuel. Every planet has a station around it, so you could refuel. There's floating stations, or there are other ways. Let's check out Magda. If they are having an HDMS. HDMS, these are mining outposts, mining stations, which have a landing pad to refuel, resupply your ship, and sometimes they have loot boxes. There's no routing available. Let's fly to Magda and try it again.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Doesn't work. Use the middle mouse button, turn it off, go into the scan mode, back into the quantum drive. Now we try it again,
Quantum travel engaged.
and it worked.
Quantum travel complete.
Let's hop around this orbital marker.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
oftentimes there are bounties with no quantum jump marker. The one thing you can try is enable quantum drive and then disable your ship. You disable your ship with the button U, but you do have to do it in the right time, so let's try this out.
Quantum travel engaged.
To re-enable the ship, hit U again, then
Welcome. Your journey begins
enable
now.
the thrusters.
All systems operational. Engine systems enabled.
And let's check the distance. 100 distance. That's a lot better than 300. Sometimes it takes a bit to quantum from one point to another. Then stay as high as you can. If you go lower into the atmosphere, you will be slower. And here, enable your cruise control. Just fly a bit. While you're flying to your target, enjoy the view, join the ship, take some screenshots. Now we're almost there. I will switch to the SCM mode to enable the guns and rockets about 20 kilometers out. So now you see the weapons are enabled. Usually you can switch between your lasers and your rockets with the middle mouse button. The Mustang has no rockets, so it's just empty. If you need help to know which buttons are which, you can open the Keybindings. Just so everything is written here. Just read it. You have the next attacker or the next hostile. So usually I press 4 for the next one who's attacking me, or the next hostile target. You could also add the target in view, but this also adds with T, you add friendly targets as well. Before I go closer, I enable the target status on the right side, so we'll see his ship and his shield status over here. And then usually I go with my own shields on the other side. The third part is the power. This is the power triangle. You can move it with your mouse, or F5 for more power to the weapons, F6 more power to the thrusters, F7 more power to the shield, or F8 to reset it. I usually go with one F5 and one F7, a bit more for the weapons, a bit more for the shields. But you can change it on the fly. If you need to get your shield back up fast, then just hit the energy full into the shield. Bigger ships are visible up to 12-15 kilometers because they have a higher signature. So it's a very low risk target. I think it's also a small ship.
Contact.
Now we're using 5 to target this ship. It's a Nomad. There's another one. Hit 5 again. Stalker. So he's going into knife mode. He disabled his shield. On to the next one.
Destroyed.
Nice. Where's the other one? Over here. They're in soft def. The Mustang has the ability to attach more guns. Let's check, maybe there is something left we can salvage. Nope. Just a fire. Use the ping, maybe we find the other guy. I can't see him. Maybe with the next one. Let's go for a refuel. HMS Pearlman. What better? It's on the sunny side. Switching back to the nav mode. Enjoy the view.
Bonding complete.
You can also boost to fly a bit faster. Keep in mind to brake early. Switch back to the SM mode. That brings us back to 200 meters per second. Now we can slowly approach the mining outpost. There are a lot of player ships around here.
Landing complete.
Review Quantum 27. That's really cheap.
Quantum fuel 100.
Refueled.
Systems disabled.
But we need something to drink. Usually there are some loot boxes around the mining outpost with drinks inside. This is a rock mining vehicle to mine rocks. An alien ship over there, the Santokiai. No loot boxes around here. Oh, there. No. It just despawned. What the heck? Okay. Let's check the other rooms. We got one over here. Looting doesn't work. Maybe the server has a small hiccup. Let's check the other buildings. Two loot boxes. Nice. Novik helmets. Let's loot them to the local. Move all. Something to drink, a multi-tool, another one. Nice. Food and drink. An Imperial jacket. Let's loot that too. Maybe we can sell it. Let's unequip your helmet. There are two ways. One way is to drag it into your inventory. The other way, they implemented this shortly, was left Alt H, and it stores it for you. Or not. Now it worked. Let's grab this drink. Wasn't enough. Hit the mouse button again. Left mouse button is to drink. The full bottle wasn't enough to hydrate me to 100%. Okay. Before you go out, remember, wear your helmet. Too many times I died because I forgot to equip the helmet again. Then you walk outside, there is Just not enough CO2 to breathe. CO2. No, not CO2. CO2 would be bad. Another heavy armor. Heavy helmet. Nice. More food. Food and has a hydrating, energizing effect. It's always nice. And some plants. Sometimes there are loot boxes up here and below here.
How's it going?
Let's go back to the ship. Loot the local inventory inside the ship and then fly back to Microtech. Storage doesn't work. No. Wrong button. Maybe it works if I walk inside the ship and loot it there. Go back outside. This is easier with the cutter or a 100i or something because you just stand inside the ship. Swap the loot from the local. And again, graphic bug. No! Now it works. We'll switch to the vehicle and move it all. Could equip some guns on these hard points, but for that we need another target.
Engine systems enabled. Landing gear retracted.
Let's enjoy the scenery for a bit. Ooh, bad graphic bug. I took another screenshot. Now the search stopped working. Port Tressler. Now it works. Okay, fine. Port Tressler. Routing. Fine. sometimes it's a bit strange. We would need to take an OM to get around Magda. But it didn't choose this option. Maybe if we fly a bit higher, it's enough. Now we can go all the way to the thruster. F6. So it reloads the boost faster. It worked. Fine.
Quantum travel engage.
Once more we find ourselves quantum jumping for another 5-6 minutes. It gives you time to check on contracts. Now we got the Microtech Protection Services bounty evaluation, which should also be a very low risk target for 4K. And after we've done this mission, you will get a lot more missions. The other very low risk target mission was from the Bounty Hunters Guild. They are all over Stanton. We started gaining reputation. Let's go with this mission next. But first, we're landing on a pad at Port Tressler and unload this gear we just looted. We do not want to lose this. We could also stay at Hurston, but I think it's easier to set one home base, and after a while you will have equipment all over Stanton, but for now we stick to Microtech. Let's check the chat. And as always, someone complaining about the game. Persistent frustration.
Quantum fuel, 75%.
I hope you hydrated yourself, because we're already 49 minutes into the game. I think 3 minutes left, maybe 2.5. I heard something. The sound is at 4.5. Still don't know what GM stands for. Is it gigameters? It's megameters and gigameters.
Quantum travel complete.
And we wait for the cooldown.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Next orbital marker.
Quantum
I
travel
had to enjoy
complete.
this in a third person.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
After quantum jump. Just wait. Sometimes these stations spawn in late. You're flying too fast and they spawn in, you're not able to brake and you crash into the station. You can also ping to make them a bit more visible.
Landing.
So we do not have to store the ship, we just need to land, swap the equipment and leave again.
Landing gear engaged. Landing complete. Engine systems disabled.
Maybe we can refuel? If it doesn't work, fly into a hangar. Because sometimes, if there are other people on the same landing pad, like this C1 over here, the refueling, resupplying doesn't work. Let's move all the stuff to the local port Tressler inventory. Let's go for the next bounty.
Engine systems enabled. Launch complete.
Can even see New Babbage from up here. This is a bad position because Baxter has no marker. I forgot my landing gear. So if you can only go to 30, it's usually your landing gear that's still out.
Landing gear retracted.
If you're starting to fade, it's because you have too much G-force. It starts fading, and at one point you black out. Then you're not able to steer your ship. Usually G-safe is enabled, and if you're boosting, it disables it. Where is he? It's at the derelict outpost. Okay. Once I had a bounty at an outpost, then I shot down the bounty, and there were some nine-tails, and I also hunted them down, and I got a lot of loot, new weapons. Maybe we can get that too. But now we have to fly 350 kilometers to the target. Oh, we're entering the atmosphere. Somehow this looks really bad on the Mustang. This is a bit annoying. Every time you do this evaluation contract, they do not have a marker. And if you do the bounty hunter skilled evaluation contracts, they're usually on the other side of Stanton. So you have to fly there with no marker, so jump for a few minutes, then fly without the marker, and if you die, you do the whole thing again. Let's not die. Before we were able to see the ground. Maybe a bit down there. Or it just got more cloudy. Do not forget to disable your cruise control. And we need to reset our power triangle. And set this one back to the target. We're starting to slow down because of the atmosphere. Maybe you can boost a bit more. Disable cruise control. Enabling the SCM gun mode. So keep in mind the ground is down there. Usually you can pull them a bit up, so you're not in danger of hitting the ground, because fighting enemies while pinging the whole time is hard. I think over there, over here is the outpost. And we're getting a signature. I can't now, finally. Aurora on MR.
Shield hit.
Let's pull him a bit up. Usually they follow you. Come on. Oh, I forgot to reset the power triangle.
Shield hit.
It's glowing red. It's still alive somehow. Need to get a bit closer.
Target has been destroyed.
Finally. Oh, he is hitting the ground. Maybe we can salvage some guns from this Aurora. I can't see. Ooh. He blew up really hard, but there are still pieces down there. Let's check for the guns. Landing gear. Hopefully there are no Kopions around here.
Engine systems disabled.
Now, with left Alt F, you open this menu. You can unlock your ports. You need to do this to detach and reattach weapons. So, let's get out the tractor beam. There are the missiles. And we got one Bulldog repeater here. We can attach it over there. Just need to turn it. Come on. You can turn the item while holding R. Now it lights up green. We let it go. And it's attached. One more gun for us. No. Stop! Oh, do not hit my ship. Maybe it's over there, the other gun. Turn on the light. There's nothing here. Just a beautiful scenery. I can lift it. Ha! Nice. Thought it was too heavy. Also the pilot isn't around. Let's check up here, maybe we're lucky. Nope. Can we attach missiles? I don't know. Nope. So nothing lights up, so... So at least we got one more gun. Store the multi-tool. Holding R. Doesn't work. Now it worked. No! Huh? Now we have one Bulldog repeater and 2 Badger repeaters. Nice. Here down in the menu, you're able to separate them in 2 different groups, Group 0 and Group 1. Usually it's right mouse click for the Group 1, so left 0, and right 1. Left shoots both of them. That's okay.
Systems enabled. Launch complete. Landing gear retracted.
Somewhere around here should be an outpost. Let's just check this marker. This could be rocks to mine or Kopions. These are rocks down here. The big ones for the prospector or the mole. These white markers are usually Kopions, if you need to hunt them down. Maybe there is a mission available. Just let's check for that. Offers. Someone's medical beacon. Wildlife adjustments. Minimum qualifications. 1 year of relevant mercenary or security experience. Okay. We get it, yeah. Now we need to kill these poor animals. Maybe they are Moroks? If you're holding F and using the mouse wheel, you can zoom in. These are Kopions. Let's just hit them with their lasers. Come on. Are they immune against my lasers? Okay, let's land over here. Just slowly.
Landing gear engaged.
Yes, this works. You always need to check the space, because if you're landing a bit wrong, it could be that you can't enter your ship again. So if the ladder's up too high. Down. One more. You got all of them. You can loot their horn. You can sell these horns, but usually there is not a lot of demand. Let's go and find some more. The lasers just got one. Sometimes it's hard to aim the lasers at these small targets.
Systems enabled.
Lift
Launch
off
complete.
and
Landing gear retracted.
let's switch to the sunny side of this planet. It's always a lot better to have a bit of sun. Everything looks better. It's easier to find, easier to land. With the new star map they added the night and day part to the planets. So you can just hit something over here where it's dark. There should be some Harper's Point, yeah, some forest around there. And you will find some Kopions.
Quantum travel engaged.
Look at this. It just looks a lot better than the other side. All the clouds and everything. We just dive down to these mountains over here. I'll disable the marker with the middle mouse button. Stay in the nav mode because we do not need shields around here. Let's go for these mountains. Maybe there are some Marocs. Rocks again. Stop! Come on. Somewhere over here? Where are they? I saw a marker. Yes. Just one.
Hydrogen fuel, 75%.
I can't see him. Where are you? Ah, they're here. Up in the air. They're desinking really hard. Come on. We got one. Where are the others? Low here? Nope. They keep disappearing. Why is it so hard to hit some birds? Let's land. Try it with the gun, maybe it's easier.
Landing gear engaged. Landing complete. Engine systems disabled.
Nice flowers. Now. Come on, this is cheating. Bouncing around. No. Stay there. Nope. I've hit my ship. Damn. This took a long time. Let's go for the Kopions first before I waste all my ammo, not the money.
Engine systems enabled. Launch complete. Landing gear retracted.
Here? Kopions? No. There are a lot of birds, but I can't hit any of them. Yes. Come on, let's land. I think they're trolling me. I should have brought my sniper. 6. They're clearly a lot better missions, more efficient missions. Can we hit him? Whoa! I've almost hit the ground. One. Eight. We got half of them. Maybe there is a more efficient way. Come on, where are you? Below here? I thought I got one, but no, really not. Wildlife control is a hard job. But Kopions attack you, but they're a lot easier to hit. One. Only 6 left. Where are you? Shouldn't have taken this mission, it takes so long. But
Landing gear engaged. Engine systems disabled.
Let's try it again with the gun. Just 5 left. Yeah. 2 magazines left. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I got hit markers. Only one more. One more. Come on. Back there. I hear one. Yes. Finally. This took a really long time. Let's just check if we can find the body. Maybe we can loot them too. Somewhere over here. No, just beautiful flowers. Let's go hunt the Kopions, then get a better mission. Oh, I forgot to turn off the light. Yeah. Next time we get out. We need to find ourselves a bigger forest.
Complete. Landing gear retracted.
Let's go back to the snowy mountain. And if you think you can't handle your ship in atmosphere, just stop thrusting, then you'll be able to turn or fly it like a plane, roll into your turns. Woo! More rocks to mine. It's already getting dark over here. Took too long to hunt down these birds. Over here maybe. Oh, still birds. There's no forest around here. Let's just check the map. Come on. What is this? Harper's Point. Where are we? I am right here, so let's set the route for Harper's Point, because there is a bit of forest around there. Nope. Let's clear the route with C. Just hit C. Ghost Hollow. Where is this point? Oh! Thought something was wrong with my ship. I've clipped my wing. First repair. Yep. This happens if you thrust too much. Just fly outside, head over to Ghost Hollow, because there is a forest around Ghost Hollow. Then find the missing 11. The missing 11 Kopions. Lucky for us, the quantum isn't affected. Quantum always works, no matter how damaged your ship is. Only if you damage your quantum drive. So, now we should have some forest down here.
Complete.
Just go straight down and then into the direction of Ghost Hollow. But the ship is flying horrible. There's something over here. Kopions. Nope.
Hydrogen fuel, 50%.
Markers over here. Maybe. Yeah, this looks good. These are multiple markers. Yes. There. I think they did this on purpose. So you need to get out and face them.
Landing gear engaged. Landing complete. Engine systems disabled.
So, first of all, we disable this torch. No hit marker. Sounds like they're still alive. Let's find the last 5 of them. My poor ship. Lucky for me I didn't attach this gun to the other side, because then it would be gone. Because if you salvage a gun and you need to claim your ship or repair it, it doesn't restore the gun. It just restores stuff you bought in a store in game.
Engine systems enabled. Launch complete.
I see a lot of player ships over there at Ghost Hollow.
Landing complete. Engine systems disabled.
Turn off the engines, get out. One more. Oh, still alive. Now let's go back to the station. I'm currently playing for 1 hour and 49 minutes. We've hit some bounties, controlled wildlife. Now we're trying to sell some stuff. This last part for today's video.
Systems enabled. Launch complete.
Let's start to spin. Let's go back to Port Tressler. Obstructed. Nah. No, it worked. I reach the height. It starts working. If you're on the surface, sometimes you can't set the route.
Quantum travel engaged.
Hopefully they fix it in the future. For Tressler. Now we need to pay some attention, because landing with a clipped wing isn't that easy.
Travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Let's not aim for the station. 2K. Hit the SCM. I think we need to go in there somewhere.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
I still have
Thank you for
everything
contacting EDL
unlocked.
Landings.
Let's lock the guns again. No one can steal them. It works pretty well out in space with this clipped wing. Just get home safe. I'll check how much it will cost to repair this ship. Landing. 17. Oh, that's cheap. Usually if you lose a gun or something, it's a lot more expensive. But 17 for a wing? For a whole wing? Ah, it's really cheap. Usually the repair is pretty fast. The wing should be back in a few seconds. Come on, but there it is. We're at 91,000. Just exit the elevator before checking the journal.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Restore the ship. I bought the Mustang Alpha, a starter pack, and as benefit, because I used someone's referral code, I got the Kruger. So sometimes they have really nice bonuses if you use the referral codes. You find mine in the video description. Okay, let's go back. How much did they pay us? History. No. Wildlife. They do not tell how much they pay you. Okay, never mind. Got 91,000. We need something to drink. But first, we're trying to sell some stuff.
Got an accident inbound. It's a pretty big one, so it's mostly alive.
Frosty Hydrofrost.
Let's check this terminal.
Sweet, cool treat everyone loves.
Here we can sell it that the pharmacy buys magazines from us. Some pens. Here we could
Medical concerns got you worried?
sell these
Forget that stress. Just
detox pens, but they're only 53, so
great.
it's not that much.
Please contact the front desk to
I could sell a multi-tool. No, we do not want to sell that. This is the salvaging attachment. If you need to repair your ship or salvage the hull.
report to emergency. There's Ratcliffe to emergency.
Nothing of work.
Feel better?
Let's go up to the admin office. So we have the Galleria and the cargo center. There are more terminals to check if we can sell some stuff. So there is Platinum Bay. Platinum Bay sells quantum drive and coolers and other ship equipment. Let's sell also the magazine, the sniper rifle. We do not want to sell this. Nothing more. You could also sell directly from your backpack or your core or your ship if there's something in your ship. Let's check. We have 14 Kopion horns. This looks nice. Dust. Or fog. No, nothing over here. Maybe we can sell something here. Poor Tressler. Kopion horns cannot sell. No, nothing to sell. If you're ever finding yourself having crime stat, there are some systems here to pay the fines. You can pay up to crime stat 2, about 40,000. But then you do not need to go to Tressler, to the prison. But the time in prison works in real time, so if you log off, the timer keeps on going. Now, what can we sell here? Just this jacket, 728. Let's sell it. Everything to make a bit of money. Head up to the cargo center, maybe. They're paying for armor.
Ready to shift your perspective from the ordinary.
So, next try. We like to sell something more nice. Everything that's modified is 9 tails. So this one, we have 2 Novik helmets, 6,300. I just keep this one because the normal Novik helmet has a really high drop rate. It's the first time I see this one, the Ascension helmet. The Novik armor is, the whole armor is made for really cold environments, for minus 225 up to 75. So, something more we can sell, some modified arms, some legs. Ah, let's use the search. This works a lot better. So. There's something more we can sell. Keep the rest undersuits. This helmet. Magazines, snacks, sniper rifle. This is funny, the normal multi-tool is worth 260. The black cherry one, the beautiful one, is just worth 1. Personal weapons. I do not have a Karna rifle, so maybe I can... No, let's keep the Karna, let's sell the shotgun ammo, because I do not like shotguns. Processing. Clean up the inventory. So, we're up to 110,000. After around 4 hours of playing the game. You can also buy some big boxes, tractor beam them down to the bunkers that loot everything in there. Let's try this next time. These storage containers. 1 SU. I think the 8 SU should fit through the door, but let's go with this one for the next time. Do we buy it now? We buy it now. Because we're logging in next time. We already got it and just can go on. Now you got this box here. You can open the box and it gets you 1000 1000k micro SU, so 1 SU. Your backpack to compare has only 85. So we should be able to loot a lot of armor in here. The only thing is undersuits take up a lot of space. Maybe you leave the undersuits and just take the armor because it's worth more. Also this one takes up a lot of space. Let's check next time what we can do. No. I bought one and one is lying over here. Let's grab this box. Place it in our inventory. Now we have 2 boxes. And someone left some stuff in it. I can't believe it. Yeah, we got ourselves some guns. Nice. Really nice. Thanks to whoever left his box here. Can we move this all to the local inventory? If I do move it all, it moves to the backpack. Yeah. Ah, this works too. Okay. We never lack pistols in the future.
How's it going?
Sometimes you just need to look around and find some loot at the station. This is fast. Let's grab ourselves a drink.
Why can't anyone put things back where they found them? It's not my job to pick up after you.
Unequip the helmet. Let's enjoy the view and have a lovely drink. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe. And if there's something to add to the video, just leave a comment. If you'd like me to show you something, leave it in the comments. Always appreciate it. Thank you. Till next time.